In this video, we will try to understand the Power Query feature called as column from examples. As you can see, I'm in Power Query and I have a table here. Say if I click on add column from examples, as you can see there are two options from all columns or selected column. Before we jump into practical example, let us try to understand it a bit further. The Power Query column from examples feature uses an AI algorithm based on a technique called programming by example. And this specific algorithm was developed by Microsoft Research, and it is also known as Flashfill. And it was first incorporated into Excel, and then later on it was extended to Power Query. And we are using Power BI, and we are in Power Query here. And as soon as we click on one of those examples, one of those options from all columns or selected column, and we are expected to input a value. So as soon as the users enter sample out inputs, those inputs are used by the algorithm to generate and also it will refine multiple potential M code formulas until the correct pattern is identified. So the core idea is that the algorithm searches a predefined set of functions to find one that is consistent with all user provided examples. And this process allows users to perform complex data transformations like combining or extracting data. For example, if you have a date column and if you're trying to extract, say, a month or day of the week or so on, you can do that. And this way, you are trying to extract data or trying to combine or transform. And you don't have to write any code, any manual code. Once you use this column from examples, this feature ultimately generates and applies the verified M formula code to the entire dataset automatically. Let us look at a practical example. Let me select this age column. As you can see, there are a range of numeric values in this column, and we can do binning or ranging transformation here. We can group different ages into different bins or age groups and so on. So let me select this column from the ribbon. Let me click add column and then column from selection. And as soon as I do that, as you can see, automatically a new column is added. Here you can add values based on your need and requirement. You can add the values there. And if you select any cell in this column and click function F2, you can see the suggested values. Say in this case, this is a numeric column, so you can see all those suggestions. In case if it is a categorical column, you will see different suggested values there. So let me add for the value 55 as middle-aged, and then for 19, teenager. And you can see that for other cell values, there is a pre-filled null value. And in some cases, based on the column, the values could be different. But in our case, there are pre-filled null values. So if the initial suggested values, in our case, we said middle aged and teenager, and the suggested values shown in light gray are null. So if this is not what you want, in our case, obviously we don't want null values there. So we have to provide more examples. Thereby it helps the algorithm to eliminate incorrect hypothesis and narrow down the possibilities until it finds the correct M formula. So let us try to add more inputs. Say for 50, if I add middle-aged, you can see that the other cell values have been pre-filled. We can keep inputting values until we get the desired results. So this emphasizes that the feature isn't always right on the first try and requires user feedback to confirm or correct its pattern matching, right? We have seen that in the case. And also up top, you can see that automatic code has been added. This example showcases just a fraction of what you could do by using column by example feature. There are many more practical use cases that help in data transformations. So if possible, at a future date, we will try to cover this topic exhaustively. So thanks for watching and see you in the next video.